My son is engaged to an exceptional woman. I will not allow remnants of the past to stain her future. This is more than enough. Take your son. Leave Lagos. Leave the country if you must. Start over somewhere else.
You asked me to abort my child then. I refused. What makes you think this time will be any different?
Careful.
You humiliated me. You dismissed me like I was nothing. You tried to erase my child before he was born. And now you're here again, trying to erase us. My son is not filth. My life is not filth, and I will not raise my child on blood money. Take your money and leave my house.
Vincent started showing up more frequently. He came quietly, unsure of where he stood, unsure how much space he was allowed to take in Benjamin's life. At first, it was in small ways. He attended Benjamin's football matches, standing at the far end of the field, never calling his name. He clapped softly when Benjamin scored, then stopped himself, afraid of drawing attention. Sometimes Benjamin noticed him, sometimes he pretended not to. Whenever Vincent offered to give him a ride home from school, Benjamin hesitated before nodding. The car rides were mostly silent. Vincent asked simple questions. How was school? Have you eaten? And Benjamin answered politely but briefly, eyes fixed on the window, body angled as if ready to leave at any moment. Vincent understood. He had forfeited the right to familiarity a long time ago. He tried again in quieter ways. He brought groceries without announcing himself, left money for school supplies on the kitchen table, careful not to make it feel like a transaction. He offered help with school projects. Sometimes Benjamin accepted and Vincent helped gladly. He paid attention, noting Benjamin's likes and dislikes. Gifts were small, thoughtful, not extravagant, never forced. Benjamin accepted them cautiously. He never said thank you aloud, but he noticed. He noticed Vincent always asked before entering his room. He noticed the restraint, the deliberate effort not to overstep. Still, there was distance. Trust didn't arrive in a single moment. It came in fragments. In shared meals, in conversations that lasted a little longer each time, in the way Benjamin no longer flinched when Vincent sat beside him. Vincent learned patience. He learned that presence wasn't demanded, it was earned, slowly, painfully, through consistency. Benjamin, still guarded, began to understand something too. Vincent wasn't trying to replace the years he had lost. He was simply trying not to lose the years he still had a chance to be part of. One evening, Benjamin sat on the couch, textbook open, pencil tapping absently. "Hey, Ben," a familiar voice said from the doorway. Benjamin lifted his head. Vincent leaned casually against the frame, hands in his pockets, a small bag dangling from one wrist. "Figured I'd pop in, battling math or a different subject." Benjamin snorted despite himself. "You just came to laugh at me." "Maybe a little," Vincent admitted with a faint smile, "but mostly to help." Benjamin's eyes flicked to the kitchen, where Vanessa moved quietly. She didn't intervene, she didn't make it easy either. For the next hour, Vincent walked patiently through Benjamin's assignments, algebra, geometry, even tricky physics questions. He never pushed, never pressured. He was simply there, consistent, steady. Benjamin, cautious at first, began asking questions, seeking clarification, even chuckling quietly at Vincent's explanations. It was progress, small, fragile, but real. Later, Vincent packed up. "I should go," he said. Benjamin glanced up. "Are you coming back tomorrow?" "Yes," Vincent replied without hesitation. "Whenever you need me." Benjamin nodded, a quiet satisfaction flickering in his eyes. No hug, not dad, not yet. Trust was being rebuilt, brick by brick. From the doorway, Vanessa watched in silence. She hadn't spoken to Vincent since that first meeting months ago. She refused to let him into her life. Not the grocery runs, not the school meetings, not the quiet evenings, simply existing together. Her stance was clear. Benjamin could have Vincent. Vanessa remained a fortress. She couldn't allow herself vulnerability until she knew he had truly changed. Vincent sensed her gaze, jaw tightening briefly. He respected her boundaries, but it still hurt. For Benjamin, Vincent was becoming a constant. For Vanessa, Vincent remained the man who had once abandoned her. The distance between them was wide, but Vincent was determined. One day, she would see him not as the boy who ran, but as the man who stayed. Later that evening, Benjamin hovered near Vanessa, hesitating before speaking. "Mom, can we talk?" "About what?" she asked, tone neutral. "About Dad. About Vincent." Vanessa's hands stilled. "I don't think I have anything to say," she said softly. Benjamin took a deep breath. "I know he denied knowing you. I know that. But I've seen how he's been with me, how he shows up. He's trying." Vanessa's shoulders tensed. "Trying? After everything?" Benjamin looked at her earnestly. "I'm not excusing what he did. He was just 17, Mom. He had nothing outside what his parents gave him. He was scared. He didn't know how to survive without them. I think I understand why he made the choices he did." Vanessa finally turned to him, jaw tight, eyes sharp. "And I was 16, she said quietly. 16, a child. I stayed. I faced the humiliation, the gossip, the judgment from people who mattered and people who didn't. I raised you alone. I gave up my dreams. I carried every insult. And he ran, denied me. And now you want me to forgive him?" Benjamin shook his head. "No, Mom. I just want you to see him the way I see him now. Maybe it's not too late for him to be my father, or even to make amends with you." Vanessa looked away, heart pounding. "I don't know if I can ever see him that way again, but I won't stop him from being your father. You deserve that much." Benjamin nodded slowly, relief washing over his face. "Thank you, Mom, for everything. For raising me, protecting me, standing by me. For letting me know my father, even though it hurts you. You've always put me first, but maybe it's time you gave yourself a chance at happiness too. I think he really cares about you, despite his mistakes. Please, give him a chance to make amends." Vanessa studied him, the weight of his words settling, the hope, the longing, the careful caution of a boy who wanted his family whole. She swallowed. "I don't know if I can," she admitted. "Not yet. But maybe I'll think about it." Benjamin's face softened into a small, grateful smile. "That's all I'm asking, Mom." A few days later, on a peaceful evening, Vanessa folded the last piece of laundry while Benjamin hovered nearby, hesitant, unsure how to ask. "Mom," he called, trying and failing to sound casual. "Dad said there's a new gaming arcade in Ikeja. They've got VR stuff. Can I go?" Vanessa paused. An outing. Outside. Just the two of them. Her instinct was to say no, to add conditions, to insist on coming along just in case. She dried her hands slowly and turned to him. "What time will you be back?" she asked. Benjamin blinked. That wasn't the answer he expected. He said by 7, maybe earlier." She nodded once. "Have your phone on you. Answer when I call." "I will," he said quickly, relief clear in his voice. She hesitated, then added, "And eat proper food, not just junk." Benjamin's grin was immediate and bright. "Thank you, Mom." Minutes later, Vincent arrived, car keys in hand. He looked surprised when Vanessa didn't hesitate or question him. "You're letting him go?" he asked carefully. "Yes," she said, meeting his eyes. "Just bring him back on time." Vincent nodded. "I will." She watched them leave, the door closing behind them, and for the first time, she didn't follow. She didn't stand by the window. She didn't call after them. She simply sat down, heart racing, reminding herself this was for Benjamin, not for Vincent. The arcade was a riot of sound and light, neon flashes, electronic music, laughter bouncing off the walls. Benjamin's eyes widened as he stepped inside. For a brief moment, Vincent felt a pang of the same wonder he had once seen on Vanessa's face years ago in a life he hadn't shared. "This place is amazing," Benjamin breathed. Vincent smiled softly. "Figured you'd like it." He watched Benjamin dart from game to game, unself-conscious, unguarded. At the driving simulators, Benjamin flailed at the controls, mock arguing with Vincent. "You're terrible at this," he teased, leaning forward. Vincent smirked. "You sure about that?" When Vincent won the next round, Benjamin groaned dramatically. "Beginner's luck." Vincent's chest tightened, pride and guilt mingling. He had missed years like this, every laugh, every triumph, every frustration. And yet, here he was, finally sharing them. Slowly, painfully, he felt the possibility of connection. They moved to the VR games. Benjamin shrieked directions, arms flailing wildly, completely immersed. Vincent laughed, not the laugh of a boardroom, but something real, unrestrained. He stole glances at Benjamin, noting the dimple, the tilt of his head, the way he instinctively watched and learned. He is mine. I can't undo the past, but I can be here now. Later, outside at a small burger stand, Benjamin poked at his fries. "You know," he said softly, "I used to tell myself I didn't care about not having a father, that it didn't matter. But the truth is, I said that to make it easier. Deep down, I always wished my father had been there." Vincent's throat tightened. Every word was a reminder of all he had missed. "I'm so sorry, Ben," he whispered. "I'm sorry for not being there, for all the years I missed, for letting you down. I promise I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you." Benjamin looked at him steadily, then nodded slowly. "I'm glad you're back, Dad," he said. Vincent swallowed hard, fighting the surge of emotion. "Me too," he admitted softly, feeling the weight of those years lift slightly in the presence of this small, fearless person. The ride home was quieter than Vincent expected. City lights blurred past the windows, traffic humming beneath them. He stole glances at Benjamin, who stared out at the streetlights, thoughtful. Every moment replayed in Vincent's mind, the arcade, the laughter, the small triumphs. Every missed moment left a scar, but every present moment was a chance to heal. "I won't squander this, not anymore." "Mom hasn't called," Benjamin said softly, breaking the silence. Vincent glanced. A small smile tugged at his lips. "That's a good sign," he said quietly. Back home, they arrived on time. Vanessa opened the door, composed, steady. "How was it?" she asked. "It was awesome," Benjamin said, eyes bright. "We went to the arcade. He beat me twice." Vincent raised his hands in mock surrender. "Barely?" She studied them. Benjamin was relaxed, lighter. Vincent looked fulfilled, not triumphant, respectful. "Thank you for bringing him back on time," she said, measured. "Thank you for trusting me," Vincent replied, meeting her eyes briefly. She nodded once, just once. As Vincent turned to leave, Benjamin called after him. "Next time, we should try paintball." Vincent smiled, soft and genuine. "Next time." Vanessa closed the door gently, leaning against it. For the first time, she allowed herself a quiet thought. Maybe letting go doesn't mean losing control. Maybe it means choosing trust, one step at a time. A week later, news of Vincent and Benjamin's outing had spread like wildfire. The Eze family, oblivious to the quiet joy Vincent and his son had shared, gathered in their polished living room, still unaware that the past they thought buried had returned. The room buzzed with carefully measured laughter and polished words. Chief Eze lounged in his armchair, brandy swelling lazily in his glass. Beside him, Mrs. Eze sat poised in flowing lace, every inch the society matriarch. Across from them, Chelsea, young, refined, impeccably dressed, listened as wedding dates, guest lists, and family alliances were discussed with the seriousness of corporate mergers. This union will strengthen both families, Mrs. Eze said smoothly. Vincent needs a woman who understands his world. Chelsea smiled politely, though unease tugged at her chest. When a brief pause settled over the room, Chief Eze reached for the remote and switched on the television. A popular entertainment blogger appeared on screen, voice buzzing with excitement. And in today's trending news, billionaire heir and CEO Vincent Eze was spotted earlier this week in Lagos outside an arcade with a teenage boy who bears a striking resemblance to him. Social media is asking the obvious question: could the boy be his son? Shaky footage played. Vincent stood beside the boy in the arcade, laughing, and later at a bagger stand, engaged in what appeared to be a serious conversation. The resemblance was unmistakable. The room went still, stunned into silence. Mrs. Eze's fingers tightened around her glass. What kind of nonsense is this? Chelsea leaned forward slowly. That boy, she whispered. He looks exactly like Vincent. Chief Eze's expression darkened. Impossible. The blogger continued, oblivious. The boy is believed to be around 15 or 16 years old, raising questions about when he was born and who his mother might be. Mrs. Eze's face drained of color. 15 years. Her lips trembled. No, it can't be. Chief Eze stiffened as memory clawed back. That girl, said Mrs. Eze suddenly, voice strained. The one he was seeing years ago. Chief Eze's jaw tightened. Vanessa. The name poisoned the air. Chelsea looked between them. Vanessa? She came here once, whispered Mrs. Eze. Said she was pregnant. Chelsea froze. Chief Eze scoffed. We told her to get rid of it. Told her never to mention my son's name again. Mrs. Eze swallowed hard. We never checked. We never cared. Could she have kept the child? The realization hit them all at once. Chief Eze grabbed his phone, fury blazing. Call Vincent. Tell him to come here now. Vincent arrived less than an hour later. He didn't look shocked. He looked ready. He walked into the living room with calm authority. Chelsea stood off to the side, visibly shaken. Mrs. Eze searched his face for denial. Chief Eze didn't waste time. He pointed at the frozen image on the television. Who is that boy? Vincent didn't hesitate. My son. The words detonated. Chelsea gasped. Mrs. Eze sank back. Chief Eze shot to his feet. You're lying. I'm not, Vincent replied coldly. His name is Benjamin. Mrs. Eze's voice trembled. Who is his mother? Vanessa. Silence. Mrs. Eze whispered, That gutter. Vincent's glare cut through her like a blade. She has a name, and you will never speak of my son's mother like that again. Chief Eze's face hardened. So, it was her, the girl we warned you about. The woman you humiliated, Vincent corrected sharply. She came here and told you she was pregnant with my child, your grandchild, and you asked her to abort him. You didn't care. You sent her away and never looked back. Chelsea finally found her voice. Vincent, you never told me you had a child. Vincent turned to her calmly. Because I didn't know he existed until recently. But now that I do, nothing else matters. Mrs. Eze whispered, "What do you intend to do?" "I intend to be his father, with or without your approval." "And that woman," Chief Eze snapped, "you'll bring her back into our lives?" "She was never out of mine," Vincent replied quietly. "I was just too weak to fight for her then, not anymore." "You will not bring that boy and his mother into this family," Chief Eze thundered. Vincent's voice dropped, steady, lethal. "Try and stop me." Chelsea slowly picked up her bag, pale and shaken. I need time to think." No one stopped her as she walked out. Chief Eze broke the silence. "Listen to me. Chelsea is a perfect match. Don't lose her because of that church rat. I'll compensate Vanessa generously, relocate them somewhere comfortable. Just end this completely." Vincent laughed softly. "I don't remember agreeing to any arrangement between you and Chelsea's family. I don't love her. Maybe I once considered it, but that was before I met my son." Chief Eze's eyes hardened. "Then listen carefully. If you refuse to marry Chelsea and insist on dragging that lowlife back into this family, I will disinherit you. Everything you have is mine. The company, the name, all of it." Vincent's smile widened, cold and unafraid. "I was wondering when you'd resort to threats. I'm not a teenage boy anymore, Dad. You don't control me." He met his father's gaze without flinching. "Do whatever you want. Take everything if you must, but I will never abandon my son or his mother again." Silence swallowed the room. Vincent turned and walked out, unbowed, unbroken. Mr. and Mrs. Eze sat in stunned silence long after he had left. For the first time in years, an unsettling truth settled between them. They had lost control of their son. Chief Eze's jaw tightened. He rose slowly. "If Vincent won't end this himself," he said coldly, "then I will." Mrs. Eze looked up, uneasy. "What are you going to do?" Chief Eze didn't answer. 2 days later, at Vanessa's apartment, a firm, deliberate knock echoed in the corridor. Vanessa opened the door and froze. Chief Eze stood there, impeccably dressed, his presence heavy with old memories she had spent years burying. 2 men lingered discreetly near his car. "So," he said, eyes sweeping the modest space behind her, "this is where you live." Vanessa didn't move aside. "What do you want?" He stepped in anyway, the leather briefcase landing on her small dining table with a dull thud. When he opened it, stacks of cash stared back. "I've come to resolve a problem," Chief Eze said calmly. "My son is engaged to an exceptional woman. I will not allow remnants of the past to stain her future." Vanessa looked at the money, then back at him, expression unreadable. "This is more than enough," he continued. "Take your son, leave Lagos, leave the country if you must, start over somewhere else, quietly." She lifted her gaze, steady. "You are trying to buy my silence." "I'm offering an opportunity," he corrected. "Refuse and things will become uncomfortable." A soft, humorless laugh escaped her. "You said the same thing 15 years ago," Vanessa replied evenly. "Different words, same arrogance. You asked me to abort my child then. I refused. What makes you think this time will be any different?" Chief Eze's eyes hardened. "Careful." She stood slowly, meeting him eye to eye. "You humiliated me. You dismissed me like I was nothing. You tried to erase my child before he was born. And now you are here again, trying to erase us." She pushed the briefcase back toward him. "My son is not filth. My life is not filth. And I will not raise my child on blood money." Chief Eze's face darkened. "You are making a grave mistake." "No," Vanessa said calmly. "My only mistake was ever believing you had power over my life." She walked to the door and pulled it open. "Take your money," she said quietly, "and leave my house." For a long moment, Chief Eze didn't move. Then he snapped the briefcase shut and stepped back. "This isn't over," he warned. Vanessa didn't blink. She held the door until he left. In the next room, Benjamin looked up from his book. Who was that? Vanessa smiled softly. Someone who doesn't matter.
This is your home for African stories. Subscribe to the African Tales Hub for powerful African tales, African folk tales, and Tales by Moonlight.